My name is Rag Reynolds and welcome back to Medium Rare. Today we are yet again talking about the Slazo situation, but a slightly different take on it. So in the last couple of videos I was speaking about I'm Alex and some of the accusations against him of being a snake and being a bad friend and just being in things for himself and essentially labeling Slazo as a rapist without any evidence. Well, also behind the scenes there were other people in I'm Alex's friends group who were involved. One of these people being a girl known as Hyojin. Now Hyojin is an animator who has a YouTube channel with over 200,000 subscribers. And essentially Hyojin was accused of being part of this group of people along with I'm Alex who tried to further a certain agenda and tried to press certain accusations onto Slazo to make him out to be something that he was not. There were also some claims out there that Hyojin was involved with helping Shay write that initial twit longer that she released, which was the thing that got people to jump on the bandwagon and attack Slazo in the first place. Lots of DMs and messages from Discord and other places came out. With events coming up, I want to make sure no one else associates with him. This is her obviously referring to Slazo. Then there was this post that came out and it was basically her saying a lot of slurs and a lot of gross things. Although I did see some people argue that this was a copy pasta and it wasn't something that she actually wrote out. There were also accusations that kind of came out against her about being an animal abuser. We can see here in direct messages with Turkey Tom, he asked, additionally, how would you describe Hyojin, but can we talk about that after? And the person he's talking to said, they're all manipulative, they lived rent-free for the better of a year, and I was vocally unhappy with them, which caused them to do what they do best. She was entirely disrespectful, I avoided her mostly. She used to pick up my dog and drop him on his back because she thought it was funny, while I was up in my room, which is ironic as after I had moved out, she would tell people that I abused him. That's the worst thing she does. She had people believing I abused my dog out of spite. I've got proof of that. Now since then there has been a lot of back and forth, people trying to disprove those allegations, and there's been other accusations. I'm not going to cover everything, that's not what this video is supposed to be. The point of this video is to talk about the most recent development with all of this. Because recently what happened was Hyojin got on Twitter and said, for my next trick, I am going to effing kill myself. Now, my initial reaction when I read this tweet was I thought it seemed like a depressing, edgy joke. I didn't take it as something serious, but I do see that a lot of people have been taking it seriously, so much so that on the side of my Twitter it said trending for you #love for Hyojin. And if we go down here we can see people saying stuff like looking forward to everyone pretending to care about mental health and do the same crap next week. When will people actually learn? I don't care what side of any of the dumbass drama you're on. Do not bully people to the extent that it could damage them mentally even if you disagree with them. Do not effing push people too far. People can be really effing sick on the internet. Massive, massive love for Hyojin. Love for Hyojin, internet hate is incredibly toxic and horrible. I know firsthand how horrible people can be. Hyojin is a beautiful woman and an incredibly talented animator. Please think before you speak. Hyojin, I hope you're okay. I'm rooting for you. Did I agree with the choices she and the others made in this Slazo situation? No. Was it crappy? Absolutely. Should people be clowning her when she's literally in the hospital after attempted suicide? Absolutely effing not. Y'all are sick. So it turns out, this is a message from a Discord server. T9 says they're driving to Hyojin's house now. We'll get no updates until they arrive. Update, her status is kind of weary at the moment, though she is in hospital. Will confirm when I hear more, need to make sure she's stable. Deleting post until I get full confirmation she's stable. They're all waiting, it's just a waiting game at the moment. So apparently I was wrong in thinking that it just seemed like an edgy sort of joke, but that, to me, that is what that looked like with the little emojis at either side of the message. And who knows, maybe that is still the case. I don't know how legitimate that Discord message is. But either way, I think we can all agree that no matter what Hyojin has actually done, no one deserves to end up having their life taken away from them, whether it's their choice or someone else's choice. No one deserves to be driven to that point. And Hyojin was, to be fair, getting a lot of crap over all of this. Maybe not as much as like I'm Alex was, but she was getting a lot of crap over all this Slazo stuff. Anyway, Slazo then came out on Twitter and made a post, and he said, dropping in to reiterate, please don't harass anybody involved with my situation. Guilt by association is dumb, and I think most involved were just trying to help a close friend. Wanting answers I can understand, but I know firsthand how it feels to be made a spectacle of online, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It can be disastrous for your mental health, so please don't be a part of it. Two wrongs don't make a right. And you know, the more I see from Slazo as this situation goes on, every time he speaks, the more respect I gain for this guy. He did a fantastic job clearing his name. He did a fantastic job owning up to certain mistakes he had actually made in the past and saying, yeah, I did some crappy things in the past. Here's this bad thing I did. Here's this bad thing I did. And I make no excuses. That's what they are. And I apologize for those, and I want to move past it. And even still, after these people have tried to ruin his name, had tried to label him falsely as this horrible, abusive creep and all this other stuff, he is still coming out and actually defending these people. He's coming out and actually defending Hyojin. He already came out and he tried to defend Shay in his video, saying, don't send any hate. Maybe she believes the things that she said. Whatever. He's trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I think the more and more I see from him, the more and more I do respect him and think he's being genuine and he's being a good guy. And I'm not saying that means everything he's ever done is good and that he's excused from every single bad thing he's ever done. But I think at this point in time, he is taking a very respectful lane. He is being very, very good about all of this. I respect your decision, but I feel like she's probably just being manipulative and using suicide as a way to get people to back off of her. I could definitely be wrong though, and it's better to be safe than sorry. I've seen a lot of people say stuff like when commentators are the subject of some sort of mob attack or they're in the wrong about something, they will just play the mental health card and suddenly they become a victim and everyone has to back off just in case they go too far and harm themselves. And I can understand what people mean, but I don't necessarily think that's what's going on here. We're talking about one specific little example where someone appears to have said, oh, I'm going to go kill myself. And it's in relation to obviously all this hate and all this attention that they've been getting over this situation. But I can see where people are coming from when they say that they're worried that in future, maybe if someone's facing harsh criticism, they'll play the mental health card and suddenly everyone will be expected to back off and leave them alone. I can understand their point of view fully. Although I don't think that's necessarily what's happening here, and I don't think that undermines the idea that we don't need to be so nasty to people. I think we are all able to criticize Hyojin, for example, for things she said or things she's done without being hateful and nasty about it. I think that's a thing that a lot of people struggle with online. People seem to conflate criticism with hatred, or criticism with threats, or criticisms with bullying, and everything else all related to those things. When in reality, these are two separate things. You can criticize someone in a respectful, positive way. You can tell someone, I don't like what you're doing, I don't think you should do it that way. And you can do that without having to say, and you're an absolute trash human being and you don't deserve to live and all that sort of stuff. There is a certain way to say these things. There's a certain way to do these things in order to make sure that everyone comes out of the situation without feeling like they want to go and off themselves. Because no one deserves to be feeling like that. Hashtag love for Hyojin. For everyone wondering how she's doing, she is okay. Can we please learn how to be better humans to each other so things like this stop happening? Hyojin just messaged me. She is fine physically and is currently in a ward. She doesn't know when people will be allowed to visit, but she is completely unharmed. So the more I see, it does seem like Hyojin has actually attempted something or has actually tried to harm herself. I don't know what she's actually done. I'm not going to speculate too much here, but it does seem like she genuinely has ended up in care. So I will say, I hope Hyojin gets better. I maybe don't agree with her and things that she has done in relation to Slazo, but I certainly do not wish any harm on the girl. So hopefully she will recover soon. Anyway, let me know what you think about this situation and everything that's going on in those comments down below. And until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds, this was Medium Rare, and you're welcome, society.